You're on full screen?
Not yet.
All right.
I need to get into my thing.
You like the pink? You like the Marlins? I like the ones that kept the same colorway of the original logo.
I like the ones that they changed them to pink.
Interesting.
Like the Expos and the ones they dropped today. Well, tried to.
Yeah, I was supposed to grab Expos, but it came out today. I forgot. I wasn't quick enough to grab the Expos. We ready, Pierre? I can full screen it?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, John.
Amazing Versus logo here.
From tomorrow. Nice work on that, by the way, Leon.
No problem. Thank you. I had a logo flip. It was like a raptor standing lucky, but I was like, fuck it. We're gonna get sued. We're gonna get sued by the real guys, not some random graphic artists.
We don't want to get our first copyright violation on here.
Yeah, so we'll use the original, the original logo. Use 19. Boston versus Toronto. Getting the link up.
Hey, John. Yellow John.
Lee Rockies in the house. I look slim in the shirt. Black slimming. Drew. Saying I look slim. Nothing about me looks slim. Does the shirt fit the size? Pierre, what do you think? Do you think these shirts fit the size? I think they're a little bit. They run a little tight.
I think New Era shirts run a little bit small.
Yeah.
So I can fit in a large in a lot of shirts, but New Era shirts I have to go extra large.
Yeah.
Really? I always go extra large and everything, just for the length.
This is a double, and it
not
fits,
cover these guns. That's for sure.
It fits kind of small. I would say this double extra sexy. It's running a bit tight, but I don't know if that's because Rona's got me all fucked up.
Rona's got you a little thicker in the midsection, huh, Leon?
Yeah. Add a little stroke to it.
Ready to get started here, guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys. Welcome to Views from the Vault, episode 19. We have a very interesting episode planned for you guys today. We have a Boston versus Toronto theme going on. So me and Pierre are going to count down our top 5 Raptors versus Celtics hats. This is probably the closest to a battle you'll ever see between me and him. Jason Mead is going to count down his top. Are you going top 20 or top 10?
10 favorite.
All right. His favorite players between the both teams. We'll see if the Raptors can sneak 1 or 2 in there. I think the over-under is about 1.5 if you're like John Kiefer and Betton. But yeah, so I guess let's talk about it.
Well,
Boston,
first, yeah. I'm wearing the hat that I won from you earlier this year.
Yeah, there was a home and home around Christmas, and I was too chicken shit to double or nothing, and I owed you a hat, so you're up 1-0.
I'm up 1-0. And interestingly enough, the Celtics are up 2-0.
Yeah.
So,
we blew it yesterday, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played.
It's funny, like you talked a little bit of shit about Marcus Smart after game 1. You said there's no way. I think your words were there's no way that asshole's ever pulling that off again. And then he hits 5 threes on you in the third quarter.
Yeah, so that was true for about 3 quarters, and then he went fucking nuclear in the fourth quarter. But breaking news: Leonard Fournette has signed with your homies in Tampa.
Jeez.
Tampa Bay is going to be good.
All over the place.
Tampa Bay is going to be good.
But yeah, so we had a chance yesterday. We blew it. So luckily, we're not having to go to Boston down 2-0. That would have been very different. So we'll see how the Bubble Boys do.
Well, we'll see. But for now, we get to kind of what are we gonna do first? Are we gonna do the weekend review? We're gonna show the hats. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think that's the move, right?
Let's start with the weekend review, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do an abridged version of weekend review. So we're gonna cover Wednesday to Saturday, and then Sunday to Saturday will be covered on Saturday's version of Views from the Vault.
Yeah, so I think if you want me to take everyone through it really quick.
Yeah. Explain
so there's going to be a little bit of a shift in our normal format. So a couple of things. So first, pretty soon you're going to see a much more professional video because Jason Mead's working on OBS right now. So pretty soon you're going to see us in I would say in full HD, and it'll be a much more professional sort of video, which will be cool, just to kind of up the production value a little bit. But what's going to coincide with that is from now on, Wednesdays are going to be more of a variety show. So we're going to have segments. We're going to have like Don't Poke the Bear with John Bear. We're going to have, I'll leave the other ones kind of quiet for now. But it's really going to be more of the variety show, interview, that sort of thing. And then Saturdays are going to end up being like our weekly recap show, where it just gives a nice clean break to the week where we can talk about all the hats that released from, Sunday through that Saturday, and kind of wrap up the week in a nice orderly fashion. So Wednesdays will be more variety, more open, more fun. Saturdays will still be fun, but it's going to really be a focus on recapping the week. So I think it's going to be a better way to kind of move forward, and we're going to up that production value. There's going to be a lot more cool stuff coming. And we haven't forgot about the hat collection contest that we're putting together. That's still in the works. We're just figuring out and fine tuning that. So that's really why you're going to see this shift. This is more of a transition show where we're going to do a abbreviated weekly weekend caps. And we're gonna do this little Celtics Toronto thing as a transitional piece before we move into the new format. And also be on the lookout. There's gonna be more. It's gonna be always be tons of hat content, but we're also gonna throw in some non-hat content things, like it might be sports related, could be music related, some other little things to kind of keep us interested and engaged. So just keep their eyes open for that. So that's why that's kind of the why behind it. So. I'll hand it off to you, Leon. You can take us through the weekend caps.
Yeah, let's do it. So this weekend caps, we'll open up with Hat Club. They had a couple gray bottoms and green bottoms with different kind of patches. This the Atlanta is interesting because did they ever wear this hat combo?
No, because it's black.
Yeah. So this hat usually comes in like a navy, right?
Yeah. That was a sharp looking cap, though.
Yeah, the gold patch. I think I'm wearing it right now. Yeah, that gold patch 96, really cool looking patch. And then the Angels All-Star game, always solid.
That's a hat that got me 3 different times in navy blue.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting I have it, and I bought it 3 times.
Jeez. A couple of different LA looking hats. I believe the green was a gray bottom, and the navy was a gray bottom as well, I believe. So pretty standard. Looks like they're going for the more traditional look more now, kind of shying away from the ices and the pinks a little bit. So
is that the actual patch color for the LA one?
The green?
No, that icy bluish, that blue combination blue. Is that the normal? It's hard for me to tell anymore because I've seen so many alterations to these patches based on the under visor color.
So the actual patch is more of a bluish gray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The colors are actually reversed. So how it has the dark colors, the dark blue and the light blue, the colors are actually reversed.
Oh, I got you.
On the actual patch.
Looks nice with the navy though.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thrills SF dropped. I think is this the Coyote? I don't even remember what this one's called, but I think they're coming out with a new colorway of this tomorrow even too. So Thrill SF coming back in here, releasing some customs. Dankadelic dropped an alternate of his Revolutionary. Pierre, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to the other cap. I think the other cap was a two-tone, but it didn't have the skull feature to it. It was just a regular face. But this hat, I really like it. I like the purple under visor. Really nice looking. I like this. I like this hat.
Yeah, the skull's a cool touch.
I like this better than the original, actually. Both are cool, but I like this one better.
I think I do too.
Yeah. Shout out to Dank doing good stuff.
I love his back logo too, that graffiti looking.
Yeah, his tag.
Yeah, I love it, man. I like it.
Yeah. And then we had some assorted pink bottoms. Pierre, you really like the Washington one, right?
I love that. The Washington one is one of the cleanest caps I've bought all year. It looks really good. There's something about that white with the pink outline that just looks super sharp. The Seattle one, this already came out once in a solid navy. No, not two-tone, just a single-tone cap. It's interesting. They use a different 2001 All-Star Game patch than ecapcity does.
Yeah, and that Seattle one's already selling on eBay for like absurd prices. I think it was.
I saw someone selling for 150, right?
Yeah. So
yeah. And I love the I forgot what All-Star Game that is, the LA one, but that first All-Star Game is, what is it, 1963 or something?
I think that one is the first World Series. It's like the
first World Series. Sorry, first World Series. But I think it's 1963, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember the year exactly, but I like that one as well.
I think I just unboxed it from Downey. So when that hat came out, I was like, I need to buy that hat, and then I showed some restraint for like the first time ever, and then I boxed it, and it was in there.
Nice.
But it goes bottom. And then the Angels one, always solid. The Disney. And then San Fran, the standard 07. That's a pretty cool patch too. Hat Heaven. He was on behind the logo with you yesterday, Mead.
Yep.
And any key takeaways from your time with our friend over there?
Just basically he's sticking to his roots, staying with the gray bottoms, not trying to get into the too much of the colors, colored undervisors, and just putting together hats he thinks he would like to wear, and he's doing a great job at it. So
I love the White Sox one, the Milwaukee one I bought in store. The New York Giants one is badass. That 99 World Series Atlanta is pretty cool too, and of course I got the Red Sox.
Yeah, I think all of these hats that you see here, all hitters. All hitters on all of them.
Badass hats.
And then he dropped a bunch of World Series Yankees hats, era specific to the front logos. These are pretty interesting. Some stuff you see sometimes, sometimes Hat Club uses, but cool patches to kind of fill your collection if you're a Yankee fan. You can never go wrong with some solid green bottom.
It's interesting is that these are like winner's patches, right? Something they would have worn on the sleeve the following year. And so these hats, they wouldn't have actually worn these during the World Series, obviously. So it's kind of interesting that he's putting them together and like they would have been worn on the field.
Yeah, because like so they would win, and this is like their celebration patch, pretty basically, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
And that's why from that era you don't see the losers patches, right? Because they're not going to make a patch that says, "Hey, we lost the World Series," or "We got second place."
But that's why you see some of those hats. There'll be like a Mets hat, but then they'll have like an Oakland patch on it and whatever.
Yep,
that's interesting. A little tidbit there. ECAP dropped a bunch of hats. I don't know if you got over your last trauma with trying to deal with ECAP, Pierre. Did you go for anything in their last drop?
No, I didn't even listen. First of all, I don't want the Yankees one. I've already got the Orioles. I've already got Atlanta. I've already got that Angels. I already got that Kansas City. So the Diamondbacks is the only one, and I don't know, man.
Their site was much more responsive this time around, so maybe they figured some stuff out.
Or maybe it was. I think it's a less desirable group of caps.
That too, and they didn't really announce what time it was dropping like they did on that previous one. So all those factors may have been in play.
Yeah.
They're also kind of known for dropping stuff like at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes like here are 15 hats. Let's go.
Yeah.
Page 2 of their stuff. Mead, you featured the classic Pirates on last week countdown. The Blue Jays spring training 2020 is very interesting. I mean, it's a retro logo with the 2020 spring training logo on it. That one kind of caught my eye, but I didn't do it. And then
I don't like that. I didn't like that hat at all, Leon.
Yeah, I skipped it anyway. And then a half team describe for you right in the middle there, Pierre. So it's got the Statue of Liberty, but no Apple.
For me, you don't like those either, Leon.
No, I know. But you get fired up about them.
Nah, I don't like them, man. I'm done with them. But you don't like them either.
No, I don't. And then something that like you talked about there. So you see in the bottom right hand corner, it's obviously it's a Tigers hat, and it's got a St. Louis.
Is that the 46 World Series?
I mean, it might be 36.
Oh, it might be the 30s because I have this. I have the Cardinals hat with that logo on the front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Marin's asking, was that an 85 Royals hat? I believe it was 81 or 82. I don't even know if it's 85. I don't even know.
No, it should be 85.
Is 85?
That's when they won the World Series with Brett Saberhagen.
I'm gonna need to buy that one actually. That's my birth year. Then we had a couple more from Locker Room of Downey. They dropped a slew of stuff. Yeah. That Blue Jays hat with the 30th anniversary. I posted mine. I think I got mine at Lids, but I knew Hat Club was dropping the icy blue, so I was kind of teasing everyone with the early release, even though it wasn't from Hat Club, and I think I fooled a couple people. So shout out to those people. Locker Room Downey dropping a bunch of variety patches on the LAs. That's 75th patch. That's a nice patch. I think I'm gonna need to grab that one. In my last patch mission to try to catch up on all the LA ones, I did not grab that one, so that one's gonna have to come home eventually. Do you see anything here that you like, Pierre?
I have all. I think I have all of them except for that LA with the 6 time on the back. I've got the Florida Marlins, I think, in a different color. But the other ones I already have. The 1978 World Series LA, I have a couple of those, but I also have versions of those in like, green eggs and ham and whatnot. And I wouldn't buy the Yankees one.
Yeah, I think I just grabbed the pink outline green eggs and ham, LA 75th, I believe.
Yeah.
Me, do you like you see the one with the 6 times on it? Would you rather that hat or a hat with a big old side patch?
I would pass, mainly because it's a Dodgers hat. But I don't know if I like that 6-time champion logo right on the back. I think if you're going to put that on a hat, make it a side patch.
I don't like any of those though, because you're just waiting for the next championship for it to be irrelevant.
Well, I mean, it's the Dodgers. They're probably never going to win one again, so you're probably fine getting this one. But
yeah,
did you see the one they had the 7-time?
Yeah.
I guess it's to infer that they won the one versus the Asterix. That was interesting.
Yeah.
4U Caps dropped a bunch of different kind of colorways. Pierre, did you grab any of these ones? Purple bottom looks kind of interesting.
I didn't grab any of these. I did grab something that I showed you earlier today, which is that really old school Old English C on a black cap with a red under with a 150th anniversary side patch. That thing is cool.
That might be the next slide.
This though, I don't like. I don't like that Cardinals hat at all. The Cincinnati hat I don't like because of the white crown. The Diamondbacks one is nice. Orioles one is nice, but I'm certainly wouldn't touch those other two with a 10-foot pole.
Any hitters for you, Mead?
I like the Orioles colorway, but in that purple's always going to look nice on a D-backs hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that St. Louis one is too loud even for me.
I don't even know what the purpose of that is. Like it just looks corny.
It's like a cheesy Christmas hat
And
almost.
might have been a sneaker match, maybe. I don't know. They're not, For You Caps is known to do that. So
Would you ever rock an olive hat with an orange under? Like do a flip of
Oh,
the
I would. I don't like orange unders, but I would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I'd have to see it first, but
Yeah,
that could work.
The Orioles is really loud up top, but then kind of lame at the bottom. I don't know. But yeah,
Olive and orange are great together.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that hunter orange.
Yeah.
With the olive. Then we had a couple other. So we got the Cincinnati. Looks like a reverse, almost what they're normally. So normally I would come in red. And then what are they calling this yellow with this red? This kind of like, is it like a lemon meringue yellow? Like I've seen this a couple times now.
Yeah, a couple stores are using it.
My fitteds did a Detroit hat.
Right. So they called it like lemon swirl. And I'm not sure what For You is calling it. I'm not sure
I
they're
don't
calling
know.
it.
The one next to it though, the black Cincinnati hat is beautiful.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the metallic under either. So I don't know. Jay, you like the metallic under, right? Are you?
Yeah, I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I like that blue on that Blue Jays one too.
Yeah, it's an interesting blue. It's like they use almost like a
Yeah, that one's cool. They hit on a bunch of these hats, but it's just a few that I think are ugly.
They hit on those ones. They may have missed on these ones. We got the New York ex-Yankees making a comeback with a pink bottom this time. I sent a message to Justin. I was like, these should be illegal, especially with a pink bottom. He just laughed at me. Then the Mets double whammy, the pink bottom. We got
I don't mind that Mets one.
Yeah, but then they went and threw a side patch on it. I mean,
what's the side patch?
I don't know, some like anniversary one or something. But if you're gonna throw two logos on the front, you leave the side patches off.
Or you might as well go logo it up the whole way around.
Or yeah, take other logos all the way around, but not just a random side patch. It seems weird.
Yeah, no, that's a Frankenstein job.
And then the yellow on the left is an actual yellow, right? I think a hat club uses like a gold. That's like an actual yellow. It looks kind of off to me. But you know, to each their own. They probably all sold out. And then Chic Luch from the Locks designed this hat apparently.
I saw this live in the store. When I went to the store, I saw this.
What do you think of it?
Listen, I love the Locks, man.
Yeah.
Even when they were part of Bad Boy, but I'm certainly not a fan of this hat.
Yeah. I think this was a slight miss, but you know, whatever. Shout out to the Locks.
Did he really do that, or did he just promote the hat?
I don't know. They're promoting it as his hat, so maybe it's what he asked for. I have no clue.
I don't like
it. Jeff Rose King. He's pretty much coming out with a hat once a week, so he's doing it again. This Florida one's looking real nice.
Well, the prices are really reasonable too. You would think it would be some crazy price on these. It's not.
Yeah. I think this one was about 125.
110, 125. Yeah, around that range. But
a hand painted piece of art.
Yeah. I would get one. I'd probably never wear one. I'd probably have to like box.
Oh yeah. I don't think you'd wear this one.
I'm curious to see how these kind of wear out. If they're waterproof or you know if it smudges, but these look awesome. So keep them coming. Just Sports AZ dropped a couple Arizona specific caps. So the mascot for the Suns is making a comeback. So the frosty blue one looks like on the left. The purple one is a killer hat. Kind of makes me regret buying the Shadow Tech Gray, but the purple one looks really nice.
It does. It looks even better in person.
Yeah. NBA mascot hats for the win. They got to do more of those. I'd buy Benny the Bull. That's for sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The Spurs, the Wile E. Coyote kind of guy, you know. But yeah, these ones are nice. Pierre, did you grab this from Sneaker Room?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, I like it because I think that baby blue with that what they call the butter bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a nice spring summer hat. I mean, I won't wear it any other time of the year, but I think they did a really good job with it, and I like the patch. I just think it's a really sharp cap, man. It doesn't have the big LA on it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I just think it's a sharp looking cap. I had a chance to jump on it, so I did.
Yeah. Anything like this, like you said, perfect to wear.
What's interesting too, people make fun of the they talk about Sneaker Room doing this or doing that, but they're not doing exactly what Hat Club's doing. I mean, they're not. I mean, I know there was a couple of pink bottoms right early on, but
very early on, like when they first came out with hats.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, it's not like Hat Club owns the right to different UV colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like other companies are allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm just tired of hearing people say they're biting Hat Club. Who cares, man? They're I get it if you go and steal someone's design, or not really steal, but you go in, you kind of take a design and you use it as your own. I get it without crediting the source. It's almost like plagiarism, right? But in terms of this is different. This is not Hat Club didn't do this. Maybe I heard that they've got something like this coming, right? Frozen lemonade or something. Is that right? Or is the frozen lemonade the opposite? I don't know.
I have not seen
opposite. So gold with icy under frozen lemonade.
So what happens then? Do we say Hat Club stole Sneaker Room's idea? I mean, like we just got to like kind of loosen this up a little bit and realize that everyone's gonna be making shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not doing direct copies. Are they jumping on the trend? Absolutely. And as a business, they probably should be, because that's what's selling out right now. And they're at least trying to go about it in their own way. And I think they're doing a really good job of it. Them, My Fitteds, they're doing the best they can.
My Fitteds is doing the best, I think.
Well, I think you're going to see less and less of it with Hat Club moving to almost seems like they're moving to a two pre-order a month strategy, so that people who miss out on the drop are going to catch on the pre-order. So you'll get less people going to other stores and asking for hats that Hat Club dropped. So then now you're going to have to see these stores kind of balls in their court now. So we'll see how it kind of plays out. It is interesting. It's an always evolving.
Do you like it? Do you like this hat, Leon?
Yeah, I don't mind the hat. I've just never bought anything from Sneaker Room, so it's a nice looking hat. The Marcy's, the LA with the yellow logo, with the big logo, is very similar. So I ended up getting the one from Hat Club. Right? Which one's better? I don't know. They're about the same to me. Right?
Well, I'll take the Angels Marcy hat over either of them. But if I'm picking between the LA Marcy hat or this one, I'm going with this one because it's different. It's got that butter bottom.
Yeah. What's the UCLA LA one? Is that a gray bottom?
Which one are you talking about?
So it's the sky blue with the yellow, big yellow. It dropped with Marcy's hat.
That's the same one. It's the same colorway.
Yeah, but does it have a yellow? Does it have a gray bottom?
Gray bottom, just like the Marcy hat.
Yeah, okay. So gray bottom, but yellow logo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one. Sports World 165.
I don't like that two-tone White Sox hat, man.
Yeah, that one's cool. It looks like it's era specific.
I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, they never use that.
No, it just looks like it's like the old school hat with the new logo. That's what it looks like they did.
Yeah, their old colorway with the new.
How about that Mets and the Yankee colors? No,
that was a little confusing when I first saw it, but I like what they were trying to do there.
Yeah, but Hat Club did that exact hat with a pink bottom.
Did they?
Yeah.
I can't keep the releases straight anymore.
I can. Don't worry.
You know me. I like the flips, like when.
Yeah, but this hat definitely Hat Club did with a pink bottom.
Fair enough. Then J Tips dropped a bunch of hats. So he did, I think he did a collab with Wiz. So he did a couple of the Wahoos, and then he dropped a bunch of, I guess, modified on-fields.
Leon, do you feel like those Wahoos are a little disrespectful?
Disrespectful?
Listen, the logo itself, I'm not talking about. I'm saying take the logo and then do that to the teeth. Would you touch this?
So I kind of wanted one, but then I thought better of it. So I don't think I would ever wear it, even if I bought it. I'll leave it at that. He's good at what he does. Wiz is good at what he does, but I don't know if I'd ever wear it. But he's pretty much single-handedly created a shortage with Wahoos. Like, it's so hard to buy Wahoos right now. So everyone's buying them and getting them iced out.
Yeah.
So
I'm not knocking it. I'm just wondering what your opinion was.
Yeah.
Every time I post a Wahoo on my Instagram, man, I get destroyed. I literally have to, put on my bulletproof vest and go to war.
Jesus.
Anytime I post a Wahoo.
You have probably the world's worst Wahoo collection.
I keep it under the radar, but I have probably the ugliest Wahoos on the face of the earth.
Yeah. And then we know where Jason stands on this, so we'll let him plead the fifth on this one. Stashed dropped a couple cool looking hats.
They dropped 4 more today.
Did they?
Yep.
Yeah.
They did some LA and some Oakland ones.
I don't like the white stuff they're doing. These white crowns, and they did an LA one all white today. I don't know, man. I did get the black with the royal blue brim Expos cap. I do like that one. I got that.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, you showed that off in the unboxing yesterday, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a cool looking hat. And then the 01 Mariners is making a second appearance. That was the pink bottom that Hat Club did, right?
Yeah, Hat Club did the pink bottom, and then I got from ecapcity. I got the
teal bottom.
Ecapcity, the one that had this color bottom.
Is it like a mint, Tiffany mint, or
yeah, it's like that Tiffany green, I guess, right?
Interesting.
Or Tiffany blue, whatever you call it.
Interesting.
This is the one that I was online trying to get for half an hour.
Like that candy floss color almost. Where were these from? Oh, this was a new vendor that popped up on this. Clark Street Sports. I guess they're in Chicago.
Yep, they're out of Chicago. They're not far from Wrigley Field, if not right across the street from them. So I added them to the index for a few weeks ago, and these are the first things that popped up.
Cool. That Cubs logo, so that's their old logo. Does Iowa use the Iowa Cubs? Do they use that logo as well?
No, the Iowa Cubs have quite possibly the ugliest logo in minor league baseball. It's okay. It's just it's like Iowa written over the top of the Cubs logo.
Okay.
It's gross.
Yeah, they were on sale for like $5 forever, and they couldn't even convince people to buy those hats.
Right.
Shout out Iowa Cubs. What else we got? NBA playoff hats dropped at newyorkcap.com.
This was interesting. They dropped, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, and at the same time, it was announced that the NBA was going to cancel the playoffs. And so, it was really good timing on New York Cap's part. But luckily, they've restarted the playoffs since then. But it was just coincidental.
Yeah. Some teams got 2 colors. So, like, I think the Lakers came in 2 colors. I couldn't even find the Clipper one. That was interesting. So, get your participation trophy hats while you can. There's already a couple ones that are already out. So,
Leon, you should probably wait for Toronto to go clearance.
Yeah.
But you don't have long to wait. I think a couple more days, and you should be able to see those Toronto ones go clearance.
The thing is, if this was lids, it would probably be available on clearance later. But this is newyorkcap.com. I've never really seen them do a sale before, so either buy it or don't.
Yeah.
Superhero stuff dropped. The Red Lanterns. I have no idea who or what this is. But I'm not even gonna pretend.
I can tell you what this is.
What is this?
Crap.
Okay.
You put like some weird, obscure superhero or villain, whatever the fuck that is, on a red. What is this? Diamond era cap.
Diamond era. Yeah.
I mean, this is like all the worst things, all on one cap.
The under visor is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean,
but I have no clue what this is.
It's
like a ring medallion or something. Is that like a ring? No, it looks like it's like a Care Bear stare, but for superheroes. Look, he's got one on his chest.
It's on his chest.
I mean, you guys are not the target market for this hat. I mean, this is going to be for your comic book collectors as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you're not wrong. This isn't going after the sports audience at all.
Well, this has got me wanting to burn a couple comic books.
I have no clue. So if any of the listeners and watchers can fill us in who the fuck Red Lanterns is.
Yeah,
it was very good.
I think listen, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna venture to guess that these are mutated Care Bears.
No, these are the anti-hero in the Green Lantern universe. So
did you just Google that or did you know that?
No, I'm kind of a closet comic book nerd.
So you are the target market.
Listen,
I wish it wasn't a diamond era, but I do like this hat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it's each their own. I'll tell you, I do like Marvel over DC. I'll say that. Like I grew up on Marvel comics.
You don't know anything about comic books, then, so that's fine.
What's that mean?
That's a whole different show.
I think we're gonna have a Marvel versus DC show eventually.
Yeah. DC is cornball shit, man. It's like it takes place in like Gotham, all these fake cities. At least like Marvel had the decency to do it in real cities.
Okay.
I mean, listen to this. If you put like a Marvel comic character on one of these caps, right? Leon and I would be like, oh yeah, we know that guy.
And that's got to do a lot more with the movies that are coming out versus that's more Disney than anything else. But that's a whole different conversation.
I guess that'll be one of the shows that we're going to do soon. Why DC Comics suck.
I'm down to do that.
Sounds good. I'll take the other.
Speaking of Marvel, our friends over at Team Collective dropped a Black Panther hat. I think they dropped it today, so it didn't make the cut. But if you're looking,
that guy playing frisbee up there?
Cornhole or bags or whatever you call it in any part of the country.
What?
You guys call it bags?
We call it bags, yeah.
Pierre, are you a fan of the cornhole?
Am I a fan of this hat?
No, have you heard of the game cornhole?
Yeah, where you toss the fucking the beanbag into the into the hole. Yeah.
So that's what that is. That's what that George Washington looking guy.
That's that.
He's trying to hit it.
Is this like was this planted here to fuck with me?
No, he actually has a cornhole hat.
This is a real hat.
Well, I think what
you want to pre-order it, head over to Team.
Well, I don't think this was a pre-order. I think this was a leftover. They did like a team order for like cornhole team.
All right, even better.
So this is a legit cornhole team said, let's make some hats.
That's what I think happened. Yeah.
I hope that's what happened here.
Yes. Yeah. Because it says 21 on the back. I think it's for that must be their team name or something.
Was that like the score that you have to get to in the game?
Yeah, it is.
I've seen it. I thought you guys. Listen. I love what they're doing at Team Collective. I love Kevin, right? But I seriously thought you guys put that up there to fuck with me.
No, I didn't.
No, it's an actual hat because I've seen him advertise the hat before.
Here's a quick correlation I made between the previous slide and this one, right? If anyone was to buy that other hat, it would be the guy on the front of this hat.
There's definitely a Venn diagram that is almost
I'm gonna play some cornhole and I'm gonna go buy myself a big stack of DC comics and call it a weekend.
Yeah, I mean that those two crowds overlap quite a bit. That's fine.
I would say so.
Yeah.
This one requires very little athletic ability. cornhole. You're just tossing it, right? And then like, usually people with no athletic ability spend their time watching, reading comic books.
Well, I mean, that's a vast generalization, but okay.
I mean, Leon, how come you sit back? How come you don't take part in these discussions? Do you agree with me or do you not?
So my old job, they used to play cornhole all the time, and anytime I could, I'd walk by and slap the fucking beanbag out of the air.
One time in the backyard, my son and my mother were playing, right? And I would like make it. I would dikembe Mutombo. The what's the bag called? What's the bag called in cornhole?
I have no idea. Whatever that sack of fucking coffee beans is.
And I would do the dikembe finger wave to my mom as I slapped it out of the air.
Yeah, okay. So I'm glad we're alike in that. Yeah, I would fucking punt that shit out of the air any chance to get.
Punt it.
They'd get very upset. They would get very upset.
I hate this shit.
If I could slap the shit out of it, if I could kick it, whatever.
What would make them matter, do you think, Leon? If we ripped one of their Red Lantern comic books, or if we slapped the shit out of that beanbag as they tried to, get to 21? What do you think is more likely to piss them off?
I think if we ripped the comic book, if we smacked the beanbag into the kid reading the comic book,
so we ripped the page out as I like that, Leon.
Rip it right through.
See, Leon, you got those creative juices flowing now. I like it, man. See, I got you. I pulled you out of your shell.
All of a sudden.
But I mean, well, if you are a fan of cornhole, go to teamcollective.com and get your hat today. The Oak Ridge Reds, I guess, had some overstock from their season. Probably that never happened. So if you want to, Oak Ridge is, I guess, somewhere in Ontario, I think to the west of Toronto. But yeah, so if you want to pretend that you play for them, grab this hat. Sharp looking hat. Capologist dropped a couple hats. So this is the evolution of a cap collector. So we're going from ape to like a Homo habilis to like a Homo erectus, all the way to fitted cap wearer. So get a tribal under.
What did you say? You know all the terms for these?
Yeah, I have a specialist in anthropology.
Good. So now you're a resident animal expert, but you're also an expert in this field. Why don't you take us through all 5 of those stages really quick?
They're just different stages of evolution. So.
Yeah, but they have names.
Yeah. So the one to the right is like the current guy. He's wearing a hat. And then the one to the left would probably be like a Neanderthal. Okay. Right. And then you're going to like probably like a Homo habilis. That's like a Lucy. Have you heard of Lucy? Like the oldest skeletal remains. That's probably around there. Yeah. Right. And then when you're just getting to like monkey shit towards the left. But so anyway, head over to the capologist.com.
Hold on, Leon. Leon, I know you have a love affair with the city of Buffalo. So
what's this guy doing in Buffalo?
No, I'm gonna share with you in a minute. I'm gonna share with you right now. Okay. I have a question for you. So
all right.
The city of Buffalo, the average collector from the city of Buffalo, where do they fall in this 5-step process?
Probably around here.
Okay. So you're saying like a step back.
I didn't say that pointed to.
Where are you on here as a collector?
I'm this guy right here. It's just a fat version of this guy.
Well, I like where this has gone so far, guys. This has been very interesting. Let's move to the next slide. I can't wait to see what.
I probably can never show my face publicly in Buffalo now.
Make fun of nerds more. Sounds great.
But this is a collaboration we did with Nestor. It's called Supper Time. So it's a pink bottom, heavily delayed because everyone wanted it in a pink bottom. We finally got it. So up for pre-order right now. And then we dropped the Running Geisha. So the one on the left is a green eggs and spam colorway, and then the one on the right has a floral under. So get your orders in right now, thecapologist.com. Now the new era is kind of getting back. I wouldn't say they're at full strength, not even close to it, but now that they're kind of pushing stuff through, so you're going to start seeing some more customs kind of roll through. And then Clink Room. Mm-hmm. How do you guys feel about? So when Clink Room came back, I told you I made a proclamation. Whatever Kongs they released, I'm gonna grab.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little Konged out though. How do you guys feel about it? We got two.
I don't know. Go ahead, Jason. You go first.
No, I mean, I like both these Kongs.
I like both of them.
Right.
It's no disrespect to these two
No.
Kong designs. I love Big Dave. You guys know that, but I'm Konged out. And he, to be fair to Big Dave, he was working on this like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Right. It's not his fault that everyone else jumped on the Kongs too. But
I'll buy it to show support.
Mm-hmm.
To Big Dave, but I'm not buying. I forgot the designer's name on the middle one. They definitely did some cleaning up with that logo to make it embroider better.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly not. I'm not going there. I'm not getting the taco one. I'm gonna get Tarcats. Tarcats to me is badass, and that's not just because I like John Ramirez. I just think that's an awesome logo. I won't touch that other one with the. I don't know, man. It looks like I just don't. I don't like that one. I know a lot of people like that one in the upper left. I don't like that hat.
Is that based off a wrestler? Is that based off a wrestler, Jason?
Well, it definitely does look like a wrestler, yeah. But I don't think it's based off of it. No.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like Tarcats. I like both Kongs, but I'm only getting one, and I don't like the taco.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with the Ink Park and the Big Dave. They're killer designs and killer people too, so that helps. Yep. It's the tar is based on the players wearing the tar, right? The bat tar.
Yeah. So John, and John Ramirez and I are gonna go live on Friday. We're going to talk about this and talk about something else that's coming up that he and I collaborated on.
You guys might have something possibly maybe hitting pre-order, possibly.
Maybe. So, I don't know yet.
Maybe. All right.
It's a surprise.
Cool. So I head over to Clink Room. You got these 5. You also got the previous 2 weeks. The previous 2 weeks releases up for pre-order right now. Sammy just closed, right? So if you missed on Sammy, I feel bad for you.
Sammy closed.
But yeah,
Sammy did really well. But Sammy also closed.
Yeah. So how many people do you think? Over under 50 people ask you like, hey, where do you get that when you get it in hand?
It's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be
fun. So that brings us to the end of this week in caps, the short version that still ran pretty long.
It ran long because you talk so much shit.
Yeah, just me.
Me talk so much shit too, man.
Let's break down these top 5 hats. You want to go one for one, or do you want to?
Is that where we're starting here, man? We're gonna start with the hats and end with the top 10,
or do you want to do the top 10?
You can do
first?
10 quick. Run through it quick.
Yeah, let's talk to top 10 players then. So Jason,
this might go a little long because I'm gonna have some questions.
I'm sure you will. All right, let me try and share this.
I'm wearing my Larry Legend shirt, so I want everyone to know that.
All right.
I'm hoping to see Larry.
I'm dying to see where Brian Scalabrine falls on this list.
Brian Scalabrine.
He barely missed the cut. All right, so you guys see this all right?
Yep.
First time sharing here, so.
Oh yeah, I can see it all right.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in, right? First off, I know he's not a player, but coming in at number 10 is Nick Nurse. I think he's a fantastic coach. He's from Iowa.
There you go.
And he should be coaching Iowa State right now, but they screwed that all up. So he went in there, won them a championship single-handedly, and then is the roster he has this year, he is way overachieving with. So props to Nick Nurse.
Coach Nurse. No argument there.
Okay. I would argue the fact he's not a player. Right. Well, hey,
I know you prefaced it, but it doesn't change the fact that he's not a player.
I know. But to be fair, I had to find at least some Raptors to put in this list.
Yeah. I know. Slim pickings, man. So you had to pull a guy who's not even a player.
Right. And so, and also I do want to say too that this is my list of favorites. It's not the best or who I think is the best or anything like that. And because I'm not super old, there's probably some recency bias in this list. So
okay,
just so you guys know.
Quick update from the sports world though. Jimmy Buckets hit 2 free throws as time expired to put Miami up 2-0.
Boy. So
awesome. The Bucks are fraud. The Bucks are fraud.
Seize heat, man. Seize heat.
All right. Who has home court advantage in that series? Should be the Bucks, right? Okay.
They're supposed to, but it doesn't matter.
It's like the Raptors.
Well, they get to go first in the cafeteria line, right?
There you go. You get the bigger rooms.
They get the first edition Red Lantern comic books in their hotel rooms.
Oh, yeah, they don't just hand those out to anyone. All right. Number 9.
Reggie.
Yep. His career was pretty short at Boston, but he's one of the few players that I actually mourned the death of. When he died in '93, it was just heart-wrenching, right? And
Reggie Lewis was supposed to be the next Larry. He was supposed to take over take the torch from Larry Bird, and Usher.
He was well on his way, and his death actually set the Celtics back a decade, in my opinion.
Oh, it did. It did. He was and you know what was terrible about when he died? This was when I was really young, Larry Bird was the guy, right? But Reggie Lewis was the guy that I kind of cut my teeth on NBA basketball with. And what was sad is when he passed away, all of a sudden it became like, he cocaine use and all this other stuff. Like that. This was one of the most stand-up athletes you'll find. He was in his community all the time, helping out. I mean, I remember one Thanksgiving, he was literally spending his whole day handing out turkeys to some of the poverty-stricken people in parts of Boston. This was a great athlete and a good person in the community, and it was really sad. He was the first true loss I experienced in the sports world, and I was shattered. When you think about the Celtics, they had Len Bias and then Reggie Lewis, right?
Len Bias died the year before Lewis was drafted. That's why they drafted him.
Yeah.
And so, just a little string of tragedies there, but.
Well, Bias was like 4 days after the draft or something.
Yeah, it wasn't long. No, I don't. He never even took the floor for the Celtics, did he?
No. Nope.
Crazy.
No. All right, number 8, Antoine Walker.
Oh.
I know.
Yuck.
You got to think back to his actual Celtics years, though.
He was the biggest ball hog on the face of the earth.
He was a fan. Well, he had to be. He had no one around him for the first few years he was there.
He had Walter McCarty.
Exactly. He had no one around him for the first few years he was there. I don't know. I thought he had a good overall game. Kind of a baby in moments, but I liked watching him play.
He was a scorer, that's for sure. But he'd also take 60 shots a game.
Yeah. We know other players like that. Where are we at? Number 7. Going a little present day. Jason Tatum. He is the future of the Boston Celtics by far. He can score, play defense, rebound. Just a fantastic player. I was not happy with the Celtics when they drafted him.
Oh, you guys fleeced the Sixers.
Wow.
Fleeced them.
But
who else picked before? Who got picked before Tatum?
I don't even remember.
Fultz, right?
Fultz and Lonzo. So the rumor was that you guys were going to take Tatum anyway at 1. So the fact that you got a future first and you still got to take Tatum at a lower draft slot and then pay him less, it was brilliant. Brilliant.
Go ahead. Does a great job of managing that team and the assets they have.
And people forget Tatum 2 years ago in the playoffs, not last year's playoffs, but the playoff before, was a monster. a monster 2 years ago.
Right.
I remember they lost that series to LeBron James, right? But he dunked on LeBron about as hard as I've ever seen LeBron get dunked on, and he let him know it. I love this kid, man. I love this kid.
Yeah, fantastic player. We're gonna see him around for a while, hopefully.
He's so freaking tall and athletic. His body control is ridiculous around the hoop. Great play.
With the core of him and Jaylen Brown, man, they've got a bright future, man. Because Jaylen Brown is sick too.
Yeah. All right, where are we at? Ray Allen, not known for being a Celtic his entire career, but very pivotal to winning their latest championship. He at UConn, he was like a slasher scorer type player, too small to do that in the NBA, so he changed his game completely around. Became probably arguably the best spot up 3-point shooter in the history of the game.
He has the most beautiful 3-point stroke you'll ever see. And I remember in UConn when he was a freshman, this guy shot like 60 or 65% from the floor, some sick shit like that and it wasn't bullshit. Like the dude took shots. Like his field goal percentage was sick. He couldn't miss.
I remember hating him for a long time because they selected him over Vince Carter in the Olympic team. And then I think someone got injured and Carter made it to the Olympic team anyway. But yeah, great player. Beautiful. He's got the craziest Jordan PEs. Like he'll get like Jordans made in like Celtic colorways worth like a ton of money. So yeah, Ray Allen, great player.
And then we're at number 5, Vinsanity.
Yeah.
There.
I know he didn't leave Toronto on the best of terms, but he put the Raptors on the map, especially during his dunk contests. And I just love watching Vince Carter play. From high school, college, all until now, even. Has he officially retired yet?
Yeah, he's retired this year.
He did retire.
He just needed to outlast Dirk to be like the longest career. So he just did one more year after Dirk.
But his first few years, first decade of his career, nobody could jump like Vince Carter.
Mount Rushmore of dunkers: Vince Carter, Dominique Wilkins, and Michael Jordan.
And who else? There's 4 on Mount Rushmore.
I don't care. Those 3.
Yeah.
If I had to put another one, I don't know. Who would I put as the 4th? I would say Dr. J.
Dawkins.
Dr. J probably, right?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Jay Rich. Yeah. Zach Levine.
Oh, yeah, Richardson, yeah.
Zach Levine's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bill Cartwright.
Yeah, probably. Or Brian Scalabrine. So that's the last Raptor on the list. So we'll get back to the
shit.
players.
All right.
Yeah.
Early exit, just like the series.
Yeah. They haven't been around long enough.
Underrated by Americans. What else is?
And I tried to limit it to players that have been on their team for more than a year. Otherwise, we probably could have had somebody else on this list. KG.
Oh, KG.
Just love the way he played the game with the intensity that he always brought to the game every single night. Fantastic. Part of the original Big 3.
Not the original Big 3. The original Big 3 would be Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
I'm talking in terms of today's terms, where players leave other teams and go
unify teams. I got you. Will they all get together at a cornhole game and decide to play on the same NBA team?
Right. Yep.
Do guys go in the Basketball Hall of Fame with the team? Do they do that? Like baseball, they have to wear a cap.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if he goes in, I think it'd be as a Timberwolf, but who knows?
So? Do you think he goes in as a
championship as a Celtic? But
I think he would go in as a Celtic.
I don't know.
Yeah. The most success
if the player's choice, but I don't even think they do that though. It's a bust, right?
Yeah.
It's just that, first of all, it's the worst Hall of Fame out of all the major sports.
Well, it's the pro, isn't it? Just the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's not even like a major league or the NBA or anything.
It's in Springfield and it's terrible.
Yeah. All right. Next, Paul Pierce, the truth. I I mean, what can you say?
I could say he had the ugliest approach to the game. Like he just looked so ugly and slow and methodical, but he was so goddamn.
He would light you up like that, though. I think that was kind of the appeal. Is he didn't look like a great player, but he could light any team up on any given night.
He was so hard to watch, right? But he was so effective. And you know, this dude got stabbed in the neck.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask that. What was the story? He got stabbed 7 times and came back
by made men or something. It was some rapper, some I don't even know the whole story, but this dude got stabbed in the neck like 7 times or something.
And played like 4 days later. It was ridiculous.
I don't think that was the case.
No.
How
long till he played again? It wasn't that long though.
But I think it was in the off season when it happened, right?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. The Celtics sucked at that time, that's for sure.
Right. He was the only fun. I mean, him and Walker for a while, and then he was a lot of fun to watch.
He was.
All right, number 2.
He's a terrible announcer, though.
Yeah, he's not great.
Terrible, like yeah, he's terrible, man.
Yeah. Number 2, probably I think is the greatest Celtic of all time as a player. That's Bill Russell. I mean, the guy played for 13 years, won 11 NBA championships. They didn't even keep blocks as an official statistic in his era. He would probably be the all-time leader in blocks. He's second in rebounds. And he only played for 13 years.
Selfless too. This was a selfless player, and I could only imagine what it was like for him at that time in American history, playing in the city of Boston, which was not what we would call racially progressive.
Right.
The stories that this man could tell, and I got to tell you, man, this is an underrated American sports legend. 11 championships. Now, I don't care what you say about the league or whatever. Who cares? 11 championships to play under those adverse conditions for most of his career, right? For all of his career.
Yeah.
In a city that was known at the time to be racially just a nightmare for an African American to play in, and to do all that and to do it with class, and man, what a great player and what a great human being. And current NBA players still reach out to him for advice and to talk, and this is a legend.
He is.
And he's an underrated legend, right? Because he didn't have the 50 points a game that Wilt Chamberlain put up.
Right.
Well, guess what? This guy won, and he won a lot more than Wilt did. So remember that.
Did
this guy won wherever he was at. He won 2 NCAA championships at the University of San Francisco. I mean, it's incredible. What an athlete! What a player! What a person!
Isn't one of the end of year trophies named after him? Or am I talking?
Oh, probably the rebounding one, maybe. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It might be something about
charitable ones.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong. But I think one of the charity trophies is named after him.
Makes sense. And then my favorite Celtic of all time, Larry Legend, the Hick from French Lick. He's the reason I like the Celtics so much. I just love watching him play. He was a unathletic looking white guy from the Midwest, and he won. He went out and played as hard as he possibly could every single night and gave it his all every single night.
Larry Bird was just a fucking winner, man. And, I think like a lot of people say LeBron James, like they compare him to Jordan. Jordan. LeBron James is more Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. Yeah. Larry Bird is more of a comparable player to this is just my opinion now, remember. I mean, I just think he's more comparable to LeBron James is more comparable to Larry Bird than he is Michael Jordan. Because Larry Bird really was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean,
he can't dunk like him. He's not strong like him. But
no, he's not athletic.
Statistically, if you look at it, compare the comparables. he's the closest comparison.
Yep. Absolutely love Larry Legend. He'll always be my favorite Celtic.
Yeah. Well,
Good list. Good list.
yeah. That was a good discussion.
Now we go into the Vault Dive 5. Do you want to go one at a time, back and forth, or how do you want to do it, Pierre?
I mean, this isn't like a competition because you can't really compete with different teams, right? But I'll certainly, maybe you show your well, since you're losing in the series, how about you go first and I'll finish with the winners.
All 5 of mine? All in one?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. So the first one, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the just Raptor with no crest logo. So like this would be an honorable mention. This is the original release. This is the one that Lids just did.
Yeah.
But shout out to an artist that was only in high school at the time, I believe. Her name is Hannah Moss. Someone hit me up on Twitter and like, yo, you got to see this logo. I hit her up and got permission to do a couple on some blanks. So this is her rendition of the Raptor. So
yeah,
if you know anything, I guess there's a theory that dinosaurs had feathers, right? So
there is.
It's well feathered out.
You should know that, man. You're our resident animal expert.
I know, but I mean, not everyone knows.
Just say it with confidence, Leon.
Yeah. So this is the quote unquote realistic Raptor. So that's coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, Raptors, a very, very creative bunch of guys that have their own like clothing lines and logos and stuff like that. So honorable mention to like Mafuzi Chef, Serge Ibaka, Kawhi Leonard, Norm Powell, Mr. Big Shot, Fred VanVleet. So Pascal Siakam with his logo, and then Larry O'Brien.
I thought this was a Vault Dive 5. Why you just showed 5 hats right there?
There's a story to it. So coming at number 4, Pascal Siakam custom. Coming at number 3, so the We the North slogan / I guess moniker or whatever marketing scheme ushered in some of the best basketball that we've seen in terms of Raptors, right? So We the North, pretty standard hat. We the North, but culminated in our championship last year. So we got the We the Champs.
Yeah,
Larry O'Brien. That's coming at number 3. Number 2 are a couple remakes that modified hats based on that kind of like fitted gallery look. So we got the first one, the Toronto with the O being the logo, and then another Toronto. But then coming at number 3, we got the North. So we used the Raptor font.
All right, so we've seen 27 hats now,
and that's what we're officially on 3 though.
Yeah, so we're at that's the number 2, and then number 1 is next year the Raptors are moving to.
Oh, here we go.
The chevron.
There's 27 more hats
as the chevron jersey as a standard. So I think it's gonna say either North or whatever. So this is the city editions, so they're regular.
Yeah,
whatever.
I actually have all these too.
I like them.
Oh, I have one you don't have.
Great looking hats, but the winner is the jersey, the Earn series.
Oh, I have it then. Yeah,
we were wearing when we shut down the Oracle and won our first championship. So
yep. That's the one I thought you didn't have. I have that one too.
This is part of my top. This probably isn't the top hat, but it just brings back so many good memories.
Yeah.
So
well, thank you for that Vault Dive 105. So what we have, I love how you play by the rules, Mr. Animal expert Leon Chen. So is it okay if I show my 5?
Yes.
And then
only bring 5?
I've got 5, and then I wanted to show just something that a lot of people probably don't remember. Okay.
Sounds good.
So I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I'm going to show off these hats. So this is a hat club release from I think 4 or 5 years ago. Just super simple, heather gray with the Celtics on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something. It's just super clean.
I wish they would use that clover more. I wish they would use that clover more.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next, this is a more recent Hat Club release, but I just love the retro feel of it.
Okay.
These remind me of when I was a kid. Just
starter hats.
Yep, just a classic look to it. Nothing on the back.
Is that corduroy too?
Too, right?
No. This is just regular poly with a green with a green under. Next,
okay, that's the Alpha edition.
I think it was like a half. It's like I forget what this one was called, but it's a lids. They took the letter.
Yeah, wasn't there alphabet or alpha?
Something like that. But I just love the way this one came out.
Yeah,
it's a different take on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last two, and then I'm going to show off one other thing. This is one of my favorites.
Yes.
Just
simple.
The head, super simple.
That's Hat Heaven, right?
I don't remember.
That one.
This is I had, huh?
Cap USA, maybe, I think.
This was no. This was, guys, I got this maybe 3 years ago, so I'm not sure where it was.
Okay. So Hat Heaven just did one of those. It's the same logo front and back, though.
There was a store that you were in. I was like, yo, check if they have that.
Yeah, no, Hat Heaven did have it, but that's not where I got that. I've had this for a while. You go on my Instagram. That's probably like one of the first few pictures I posted.
It's a sharp hat.
Yeah. And then Concepts did this Jason Tatum capsule. It's got the St. Louis pin from where he's from. It's got Boston on the back.
Yeah. He wears the modified one of this, like pretty much in every interview.
Well, there's a green version of this too. I actually prefer the black one, but so now I'm going to show just really quick 3 things. So the last time the Celtics won the championship back in 2008. Now these aren't fitted, so everyone needs to relax. Okay, these aren't New Era because they didn't do them in New Era.
Don't cover your eyes. Beat LA.
Beat LA. This is classic, man. This is like if you're a Boston fan, this is a staple. You need to have this. You need to have a hat that says "Beat LA" in your collection.
How many of those can you see on the street of Boston to this day? Just walking down the street, probably 5.
They don't look as good as this.
They're still wearing them up there.
Then this was the conference champion hat, the locker room hat from 2008. And then the NBA champion hat from 2008. They came curved like that, believe it or not. This never even been on my head.
Relaxed fit style, whatever it is.
What's that?
That relaxed fit style or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
3930s.
Those are Adidas hats though.
Yeah.
Adidas did them that year. But yeah, that's it. So those are mine. I look forward to seeing the Celtics dispose of the Raptors in the next week or so.
It should be by Saturday. Should be done.
Should be. So the championship DNA.
Should be. But guys, this was fun. So I appreciate the transition show. I think this is a little different than what we're used to doing, but we're certainly gonna have get back into our regular routine with the updates and whatnot starting next week. Actually starting Saturday, right?
Yeah. Saturday. A full weekend review on Saturday. And what segment are we gonna have?
What segment are we gonna have on Saturday?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
We haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
We're still in transition.
Okay. But we will have a full weekend review.
Yeah, we will have a full weekend review. We'll talk some shit. We'll get someone to come on with us. And then we'll map out.
We've got a couple people that have agreed to come on the show, but we haven't solidified the date. So I'm sure we'll find someone.
Yeah. Well, listen, I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for watching. Leon, you want to take us away?
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, rate, review, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys back on Saturday. Pierre's going to be back on IG Live tomorrow, I believe, with Mike Perry. We're going to teach people how to curve. It's finally happening.
Yeah, we're going to work together. That sandbagging son of a bitch and I are going to work together to teach folks how to properly curve your brim.
Did you guys use the same method or 2 different methods?
The Perry curve is different.
we're going to show two different methods.
Cool.
The Perry curve basically almost has these two sides of the hat touching. That's how intense the fucking curve is on the.
Mine's not quite that intense, so I'm gonna set up, and we're gonna show two different ways. So if you want a more curvaceous brim, you're gonna go with a Mike Perry method. If you want a more subtle, good-looking curve, you're gonna employ my style. But I'm just kidding. Mike knows how to curve a brim, but what I'm saying is you have two choices, right? You can go with his or you can go with mine, depending on your personal style. So we'll figure that out. We'll have Leon come on too, maybe at the end, and he can share how you keep your brim perfectly straight under any circumstance.
Mine has a slight bend. That's it. The CC Sabathia. That's
the only reason why this one doesn't have a curve tonight is because I don't want to mess up the suede, and I got this hat from you on our last bet, so I don't want to lose this.
Yeah, it's a precious hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure you guys tune in. You guys have been clamoring for the curve tutorials, so Pierre's gonna show you, and he's gonna bring all his tools.
I've only got one tool, my friend.
The leveler.
No. All I need is a personal steamer. No, I need two. I need two tools: a personal steamer and these beautiful hands. That's all it takes.
There you go. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy. Stay fitted. Yeah, catch you guys soon.
All right.